Hey, Fragrance Family, I'm Daver.
And I'm Manny.
And we're the Fragrance Bros. Come at you again with Manny from Cascade Scents. How are you doing, Manny?
Very well, Daver. Thank you for having me on. How are you?
Yeah, I'm doing great. Glad to have you on again. And today we are reviewing CH Men from Carolina Herrera.
So talked about.
All right, so let's get straight to it. Date introduced is 2009. It's classified as an Oriental spicy. Notes are bergamot, grapefruit, saffron, nutmeg, jasmine, violet, amber, vanilla, leather, grass, moss, and sugar. So Manny, what do you get out of longevity out of this?
Longevity, I'd say I'd get about 4 to 5 hours. Five tops.
On me, it was on the average side. I would say it was probably 6-7 hours. So not too bad. Can't complain with that, with the longevity at least. What about projection?
Projection, pretty below average, if not poor, because you really need to be up close with someone in order for them to smell this off of you. I don't think this projects. I kind of just sprayed it again, and I have a hard time just doing this with it. So.
Yeah. To me, it was more in the average range. Season, this is an interesting one because the notes are kind of weird. So I would say it's good for cooler climate, but not the extreme of hot or cold. So it's good for fall and spring. And I would say it probably works better at nighttime. And purpose, I would say this is just casual.
Definitely casual.
So Manny, what does this remind you of?
I'm not sure what it reminds me of, to be honest. It's just a overly, sweet leather. That's really what I get. I can't really draw any comparisons because I think it is unique in that sense. But yeah, it's a sweet leather. What about you?
Yeah, it's a really bizarre fragrance. Carolina Herrera has a couple of rock stars in their line. People really love this one. People really love 212 Men. Yes. I personally hate 212 Men. I have a review of that, which I'll have a link down below. You can watch that. But I do not like that fragrance. This is another fragrance that I do not like. And you're right, it is a sweet leather. And look at the notes. Those notes, it is a freaking train wreck of notes. Grass? Are you kidding me?
Grass sugar, at the top?
Yeah, sugar and leather. I mean, what is going on with this thing? And it has citrus. It's got all kinds of stuff going on. It doesn't know what it's doing, and neither do I. The top is absolutely atrocious. I absolutely hate the top. With that grass note is terrible in this, and that sugar note is also terrible. As it dries, it gets a little bit better, but not much, because I still hate it. This is a very hyped up fragrance in the community. I do not understand it, because it is not a good fragrance at all.
Oh, grass top is so weird because you can tell that it's trying to transition to something spicier in the heart. And of course, you do get remnants of the base. You're going to get that eventually, come a few hours, or if not within the hour. But the grass is super weird because it just does not mesh well with everything else here. And I think it's so notable at the top. And yeah, I'm getting grass. I imagine if you were to smell this on paper, if it's not going to rest for a while, you'd get that too. And I'm not a fan of it.
And I like the smell of grass, but it doesn't belong in a scent like this. And Carolina Herrera 212, it should have worked out, but it didn't.
Yeah.
And so it's just they have that grass note that they've got to stick in everything now. So why not put it in a sexy scent? Why would I want to smell like grass to my wife or to any other lady that wants to smell like that? Smell that.
I understand people liking fresh or greener type scents, including myself. But honestly, in this kind of blend with notes like vanilla, sugar, and leather, grass has zero place here. I guess this is 212 all over again. Hands down, weirdest composition ever.
Yeah, definitely.
Why are there florals in here? Why is there grass? It would have been good if it was just sugar, leather, vanilla, and maybe a hearty base.
It's got other things in there that I don't like. I smell violet leaf in this, and I'm not a big fan of violet leaf in general. I think it comes off really cheap in a lot of fragrances, and it does that in here. As it dries, I smell a bit of nutmeg. I do like nutmeg. It doesn't seem to save it here. There's a weird floral component to this that doesn't make any sense. And hairspray, by the way. It smells like hairspray. it really is just a train wreck. The opening is horrible. The whole scent is horrible.
Yeah, you know what? I'm kind of with you there. As far as a common note to be paired with leather, I'm definitely getting the saffron, and
Yeah.
I actually like that accord. But in conjunction with the other more florally notes, it's just not working out. I'm not getting a whole lot of spice either. Obviously, you're getting the sugars and the vanilla later in the scent, but like it's just ordinary in my opinion.
Yeah, it's just a really schizophrenic scent. I also think that it is more feminine than I would have expected. I think it could be a unisex scent, really. It is just a very weird scent that doesn't know where it's going. It's supposed to be sugary and romantic, but I mean, if you think grass and sugar and leather go together to be romantic, whatever. So whatever, it's just terrible.
Yeah, you know, I can't say that I love the scent. Like, it's definitely all right, but there's so much more flattering scents out there if you're looking for something that is definitely pandering to the idea of it being a date night or
Yeah.
a scent for your loved one. Like,
Yeah.
this is just not it. There's too much going on here. It's kind of confused.
Yeah.
And as a result, I think your, partner might be if you're buying it for that reason. And
Yeah.
it's just, I don't see what the point is what I'm trying to say.
What about compliments? Did you get many compliments when you wore this?
I got 2 okay compliments, like nothing too special. Like,
Yeah.
one was like, "You smell nice," and I was like, "Oh, thanks," because literally I thought that this might potentially be a mass compliment getter, especially if I were to just spray it. But I guess like the grassy or like the freshy side of this thing kind of took over, and it just didn't smell as flattering because I guess it's kind of generic in that sense. But I don't think the elements of like leather and like the leather and the sweeter accords like took over as far as its scent cloud. So I only think they might have just smelled grass and maybe some citrus. I don't know.
My wife said it was okay and kind of nice, but she said it was nothing special. And I can see what she means. Bang for buck, this is $55 for 100 ml, 3.4 ounce, which overall is actually a pretty good value for what you're getting. So there is a silver lining there. If you think this is good, it is a good value. You can find this on online discounters for a good price. So Manny, final rating, what do you give this?
Final rating, I'm going to give this a 2 out of 5. I think that it has potential to be a flattering scent, but more often than not, I feel like it is inconsistent. That and the performance really isn't there, and the scent is just a mess as far as my own nose. So I think a 2 out of 5 is in order. I don't think it necessarily smells cheap. It's just the blend for me is just, it could have been better.
Yeah, I agree. I'm going to go a little bit lower, though. I'm going to say a 1 out of 5. This is just something that really, I just couldn't stand it. There's just so many things I just can't stand. I don't know where it's supposed to be going. It doesn't have a very clear direction. As I said, it's a train wreck. It has a schizophrenic type of approach going on here. And I think if you really want a scent that smells warm and that's good for a romantic situation, you can go with the One. And
Absolutely.
Just wear it for there. And that's a good scent. It's going to do the job. It smells great. It's a people pleaser, but it's a good scent. So definitely go with that. It's in the same price range too.
Yeah, definitely the One EDP over that for sure.
Yeah.
I think it's a much more flattering and unique type scent. Also maybe Landois de L'Homme by YSL. I know people have performance issues with the One, but at least in the first 1 or 2 hours, she's really going to love this. Other than this, because like I'm just not seeing the hype, I guess.
So that's all we have. Let us know what you think of CH Men. Do you like it, love it, hate it? Let us know. And of course, if you haven't already, please like and subscribe down below. We'll love you for it. And I'll have a link down below to Manny's channel where you can go and subscribe to him as well. Thank you again, Manny. Really loved having you on. Thank you for coming on.
Well, thank you again for having me. It's been a pleasure.
We'll see you next time. We're the Fragrance Brothers. Bye.
Take care.